On the icy cold morning of January 31st, 1961, 10 students started the mile-long walk from Friendship Junior College to McRory's Five and Dime store on Main Street in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Nervous yet prepared for what was to come, the young men made their way through the crowd to the lunch counter, while patrons and police officers watched.
We just stepped out and didn't realize the consequence until they closed the jail door.
What followed would spark a movement reaching far beyond the city of Rock Hill and the state of South Carolina.
When these students agreed to jail no bail, they were agreeing that they were committing their lives to the civil rights movement, that they thought the movement was so important that they were willing to die for the cause. They went on January 31st, 1961 to sit in at McRory's. They were arrested, they were convicted of trespassing, and they were sent to a prison farm to move sand from one location to another. They were on bread and water, and when someone smuggled in a candy bar, they divided it into 9 pieces and shared that so they could sustain their endurance. So these are marvelous people who did something incredibly brave, and until recently, South Carolina hadn't talked about their story. They had been lost to history.
We had talked about doing a civil rights pioneer documentary for a while, but I was very interested in doing just an incident, something that really focused the story from the gentleman's point of view. We wanted it to be their story and to give them a voice.
You know, most places we visit, especially schools, to give a presentation, the children don't believe it. They don't believe it actually happened. And to face that disbelief, you know, the main reason behind it is not in their history books. So if it's not in their history book, they tend to think it's false.
This is the crowd we're trying to reach, the younger people, and let them realize what was in the past and let them know the future can be brighter if they prepare for it.
I think a lot of youth nowadays, we're really angry and hostile, and we look at them and we can see a lot of nonviolence and a lot of passiveness, as they said, and have a new approach to, addressing issues.
Columbia College fosters leadership among women, and one of the ways that we communicate what we're fostering is we talk about courage, commitment, confidence, and competence, and certainly these men were representing courage and commitment. They were willing to risk their lives to make sure that the United States lived up to its Constitution, and they were committed enough to the cause to stay in prison for that 30 days. Each day was a risk. And so it's just great to be able to bring people like that who've lived their values and introduce them to students.
Well, I think that it's very important for not just the people that are here, but people all over the United States to understand exactly what happened during the civil rights era. So I enjoy coming out knowing that people are interested in the story and knowing that 9 times out of 10 somebody will pass the story on so that the story will never be forgotten.